This is my favorite healthy breakfast on the Mediterranean diet, enjoyed all year round. By the end of this video, you will have a new simple idea of what to eat for breakfast for occasions when you have more or less time. Hey, I'm Dr. Anna. I'm a medical doctor. I was trained in Italy, and on this channel, you are going to learn how to master your health with the Mediterranean diet. But before we jump into the topic, why do we want to have breakfast? So let's first think about the concept of what's happening in our bodies when we go to eat breakfast. This is breaking the fast, meaning the first time we're having any food come into our bodies after several hours of sleep. So this is important for jump-starting metabolism, getting all of the organ systems ready, fired up for the day. Of course, another important factor of breakfast is giving you energy to get going in your day, whether that's to run off to school or your job or something else. And there is just no better way for setting the tone for your day than having a nutrient-packed breakfast. Now, how I like to think about setting up a healthy breakfast for myself, and really any healthy meal, is by hitting 3 nutritional components. And these are fiber, healthy fat, and protein. And all 3 of these things are really important for your overall health, but also they help slow down digestion, which is a very important thing when it comes to extracting all the nutrition from your food. In our fast-paced life, we tend to rush when we eat or even eat on the go. So adding these 3 nutritional components is just going to make it that much easier for your body to absorb all of the nutrients. Not only that, these 3 components are going to help you feel full longer so that you're not going to be craving a mid-morning snack just a couple of hours after you've eaten your breakfast. So before I reveal to you what my favorite healthy breakfast is, I want you to comment below and share with us, what do you like to eat for breakfast? What's your typical go-to first thing in the morning before you're running off to your day? So I'm going to explain my go-to breakfast in 2 variations. The first is going to be when I have more time. So this might be a day where I'm working from home, maybe it's a research day for me, and I have access to my kitchen and I can sit down and enjoy a little bit of a slower meal. And my second variation for you is going to be a faster paced meal. Maybe this is a hospital day for me. I'm seeing patients, I'm running around, and I really don't have time to sit down for 30 minutes and just focus on eating. So depending on your situation and your lifestyle, you can choose which way you want to go. So here we go. My slower version of breakfast that I absolutely love any time of the year is a breakfast bowl. Now, all you gotta do to set this up for yourself is grab some kind of a fruit that you like, grab some kind of a nut or a seed that you like to include, throw in some grains that you enjoy, maybe they're oats or quinoa, and then top it off with something that binds it all together. So that could be a yogurt, a ricotta cheese, cottage cheese, maybe it's a non-dairy yogurt form, or even something like chia pudding. The goal is to bring all of those nutritional components together. We're gonna have our sources of protein, which is going to be coming from maybe the dairy source, things that I mentioned already, or the nuts or the seeds. And then we're gonna have some fiber in there, which is mostly gonna come from the fruit, the nuts and the seeds, and the grains. And then finally, the healthy fats, which of course will be provided by our nuts and seeds. Now, when it comes to the fruit in your bowl, I always enjoy going for something in season. So in the summer, that's going to be berries or stone fruits like peaches, plums, nectarines, apricots, or apple or pear in the fall. You get the idea. Buying in-season produce is probably going to taste a lot better and it's going to cost less. You don't have to pay for the import and the export costs that are added on when things are shipped from really far away. Plus, you're probably going to be benefiting your local farmers, and I'm sure they appreciate that. So going for a breakfast bowl that can have different variations throughout the calendar year is also going to help you prevent getting bored with what you eat for breakfast. Now, I know there are some of you out there that just want to eat the same thing every day, so you don't have to think about it, and that's fine. But it's always encouraged to eat a variety of foods because that actually allows us to get better nutrition into our bodies. Okay, so what's the second variation of this breakfast when you just don't have a lot of time? Well, given that I'm still going to try to hit all of those 3 nutritional components, having a little bit of protein, fiber, and healthy fat, I'm going to make it as simple as I can. I usually grab a piece of fruit and then have a handful of nuts. Now, sometimes if I can sit down for a few minutes, that's going to be something like sliced apple with peanut butter or almond butter. But I have absolutely had days where I literally have to take a handful of nuts and just throw them in my mouth and get going. So if that's you and you're in a situation where you are rushing around, it is probably one of the best ways that you can get all 3 components of nutrition in at the same time. Nuts nuts provide us a lot of fiber, healthy fats, and protein. Now, if I am in a situation where maybe I'm traveling, I'm really desperate, I don't even have access to something like a fresh piece of fruit, I will often pack with me a granola bar. And I do try to make sure I'm buying the type of granola bars that provide some protein. Usually there are things like pea protein inside of them that at least are going to give you the nutrition that your body needs. But not all granola bars are created equally. Make sure to watch out for those that have a lot of added sugar, because at a certain point, some granola bars can really be considered candy bars. If you've made it to this point in the video so far, I want to give you a bonus breakfast idea, and it is to have a breakfast smoothie. Now, this is one of my absolute favorite things to make in the morning because it is so versatile and it's really easy to bring with you when you're on the go. The nice thing about a smoothie is it can kind of taste like whatever you want, and you can add protein powders, nut butters, grains, things like oats, or even cooked quinoa. You can throw it in there and it's just going to blend up and taste amazing. The reason why I say if I'm planning ahead I go for a smoothie is because early in the morning I try to avoid getting my blender going, waking up my neighbors maybe before 7 o'clock in the morning. So often if I need to run out the door and I want to have a smoothie with me, I plan ahead the night before and blend that up, pop it in the fridge. And here's a double bonus tip for you. You can actually blend a smoothie and then pour it in a bowl and add something like granola or oats on top of it. So you make a smoothie bowl. If any of you have never tried this, please do this as soon as possible. You will thank me. However, if you are looking for even more breakfast ideas and what I gave you today really isn't enough, rest assured I got a video for you that goes even more in depth with more ideas of what to eat for breakfast on the Mediterranean diet. Go check out that video. I will see you over there.